Good evening. This is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Just a little bit after 7 p.m. I just wanted to do a very quick update on the storms that are coming and what they're doing. Really, the forecast models have not done a good job with it, and this line of storms is kind of defying pretty much every forecast model. So we'll take a quick look here at radar. And I'm not going to do a whole lot other than look at the radar right now. This is a GR level 3 radar that we have. And you can see the line of storms is well ahead of what was modeled. I believe the model I showed you earlier, the AM3K, had the storms arriving around 11 p.m. And I told you then when I posted it that I thought that was a couple of hours too slow, and that's turning out to be the case. And what we're going to watch here is this. We're watching kind of the end of this cluster here. You can see the heaviest storms are actually diving south pretty hard way back in Illinois. The modeling really did not have this happening. You can't see it on this radar. I'll show you real quick on the radar from the amazing BAM weather porthole. I won't use this too much because it's a pay service, but you can kind of see there's a series of severe thunderstorm watches back here to our northwest. At this point, I'm not really expecting that to be pushed eastward, but it could be. There's still some dynamics available to these storms, but you can kind of see them falling apart on the northern end of it. Um, Maybe a slight bit of redevelopment, but I really, you can see the main part of this cluster is doing what they often do when they get into these lines, and that's they really want to dive south and southeast. So we'll go back here to the to our radar, and you can see that right now we had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that expired back in Illinois. There's one that's still going. The only cell that has any kind of rotation at all is way back here in Illinois, and even that rotation right now isn't super strong when you look at storm relative velocity. There's another cell that's back here in north central Illinois, but again, it's also starting to show a sign to want to dive south. So what we're going to be watching is what's coming through back here north of Lafayette up toward Monticello, and we'll see what it does as it gets closer to Kokomo. If this part of this cell can kind of find new life, sometimes these storms will cycle a little bit, and so they'll start to fade out, and then they'll find new life and redevelop. So we'll wait and see if that starts to happen by about Kokomo. This part of the line, the heavier part of the line, should start to reach Kokomo by about maybe the next 45 minutes or so. So somewhere in the 7:30 to 8 p.m. time frame. The time frame I gave for it to reach Madison County earlier was 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and that's looking pretty much on pace right now. So we'll see what this line continues to do by the time it's getting to Kokomo. If there's a need to update you further, I will. Even if this doesn't, come through as being technically severe, like it doesn't come through as being warned, there still could be some localized heavy rain. There could be some small to moderate sized hail with some of these cells. Again, on a localized uh, scale, and of course, anytime you got these cells, there's a decent amount of precipitable water available. So some of these cells can, if they can find a way to build up a little higher and they collapse, then you can get microbursts from them. So that's all kind of things we're going to have to see. We're losing this kind of a setup is pretty dependent upon daytime heating, which we're starting to lose a little bit. However, cloud cover kind of started to develop and move in a little bit early, so that's kind of working like an insulator and keeping a little bit of the warmth close to the surface that the storms might be able to tap into. So with all that right now, I'm not expecting widespread severe for Madison County, but something localized at this point still can't be ruled out. I'll update you if need be here, and I'll update you when it gets close to Kokomo and give you my thoughts regardless. That'll just be in a post that goes out to each of the pages. But I just kind of wanted to show you the radar so you kind of see the storm motion, see what it's kind of doing. Even this one little core right here was producing some hail. So we'll monitor these over the next 45 minutes. Again, I think it's going to reach probably Leisure and Elwood probably between 8 and 8:30. It's just a matter of, is it going to be rain or will it be a stronger storm? So one last thing before I can turn this off. Let's turn on the lightning. And you can see there's plenty of lightning available with this storm. So even when it comes through, it may be a significant lightning producer. Might be another storm puts on a good light show, if nothing else. So we'll watch this again and see what it's doing here in about an hour, and I will update you with the posts to the pages then. And until then, this is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Thank you.